Okay guys, class has started. Everyone sit down. Tommy, I'm talking to you.
My name is Tommy. Hey, what's up guys? It's Otter Chaos, FRC Team 4512, and we're back with another episode of Chillin with mEdiA, a series that nobody wanted. And today we're covering camera basics. So we'll jump right in with ISO, which stands for International Standard Organization.
No, Farrell, you're wrong.
So basic, I don't know what it stands for, but it basically determines the sensitivity of your camera sensor. And if you go lowest to 100 on most cameras, it'll make the image darker, which makes it less noisy, which means that there's less grain in the image, and that's what you want. But if you really need to crank it up to like 3200, it'll make the image way brighter, and it'll create more noise on your image, so it'll make it more grainy. So yeah. Alright, we're gonna pass it off to Moses now. Hey, can you do this part for me real quick?
Sure. Why's there a camera over there?
I don't know what we're talking about.
So shutter speed, huh? Well, shutter speed is pretty much in at least a traditional DSLR, a mirror flipping and creating a shutter. But in mirrorless cameras like these, they don't have mirrors, hence the name mirrorless. So they just, the sensor just takes an image. So if you look up here in this board, you'll see all the way over there is 1/300th of a second, which is pretty much, it just captures everything in the frame, while super long exposures like a city with a bunch of cars having like light streaks can take up to maybe 5 seconds of exposure. So normally when we shoot a video, we want our frame rate to be half of our shutter speed. So like we just try to get as close as possible. So if we were shooting the traditional 24 frames per second, we go around 1/50th or 1/60th of a second. Are we getting mugged? Are we getting mugged out here? You good?
You literally take 10 years. I've been knocking for 5 minutes. I even knocked on the garage door. This better vlog. This man ignores the door.
Dude, we were shooting a video. We thought we were gonna get
shooting a video. Blah, blah, blah.
Dude, this is definitely going.
What if it was Mr. K?
Dude, I lied. He went with you. Just kidding. He has the keys, so. We're cutting this part out, aren't we?
No, we're not. Especially the one that we're walking to the classroom. No.
Yeah, no, I was talking about that part. Well, after that, okay, where were we? Oh yeah, right. So, if you were shooting at 24 frames a second, 1/50th to 1/60th of a second is probably a good frame rate. Not frame rate, a good shutter speed for what we're doing. And we scared me, okay? And if you're shooting at around 60 frames a second, like we do for a lot of our content, then you shoot at around 1/120th of a shutter speed of a second. Yeah, content. Anyways, but if you really need that light, then you can shoot at 1/30th of a second. It should probably be fine. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I've done that sometimes when I'm in the workshop and it's super dark. But, that's what we usually do. However, if you really need to, and like someone's moving super fast, and you're just taking stills, a freeze frame or around 1/300th of a second is probably actually pretty good. And if you're shooting long exposures and you need like the light trails in like a city for the car lights or something, then around a 5 to maybe like 10-second shutter is probably good for that. But yeah, other than that, I'll bring it back to Farrell.
Alright guys, I'm back. And as you can see, I'm at a very awkward position in my life right now, but that does not matter, as we are learning aperture. Aperture is basically how much light your lens can take in, which also helps determines how bright your image is in the end. So basically, a lot of lenses range from f1.4 to f22. f1.4 usually is used for portrait shots, as it makes the background really blurry. It only gets a short part of the foreground in focus. And f22 is used for group shots because it gets the whole image in focus. Usually during competition, we use f2.8 because it gets the robot in focus while creating a nice blur in the background, which is also called bokeh, which is Japanese, by the way. So buy our merch. Thank you. So I'll pass it on to Moses now.
So, FPS stands for first person shooter. Just kidding, no, it stands for frames per second. So, pretty much, we normally shoot in 24, 60, or 120. I mean, if you're shooting anything else other than that, you'll probably get roasted unless you're shooting slow-mo. So, pretty much, 60 is really smooth and has that soap opera feel, so we shoot our vlogs in that, and pretty much everything else.
You liar.
What do you shoot in? I shoot in 60. Oh. You nerd. Look at him. Anyways, so 120 is like even smoother, but like most people use 120 to shoot and then they do it a quarter speed, right? Yeah, a quarter speed so that they can have slow-mo. And 24, even though your eye can comprehend more than 24 frames a second, it looks kind of choppy and like unrealistic. And that's what makes it super cinematic. And that's why everyone likes it. So yeah.
Gamers.
No, gamers like 60.
They don't like 24.
Yeah, gamers don't like 24. They'd be like, I got one tap from across the map. So that's it. I mean, tune in next time for week 3 of Chillin with mEdiA, I guess. This is gonna be a continuing series. We're doing posts every Saturday. So I guess it's a weekly vlog. Hey, I saw that, buddy. I saw that. It's gonna get blurred out. Tune in next week to find out what they were. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe. We didn't hit that 100 sub mark, so please do. We'd appreciate it. Well, as always, see you guys next time.
And buy our merch. Thank you.